Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. It can be extremely frustrating as a precious metals stacker or investor when prices are bare or stagnant for such a long period of time. So this video is going to explain my time frame, my opinion on when markets are going to be moving, what's going to be causing them to move, and also some other stuff between that, because there's a lot of gray area when it comes to this, because precious metals aren't really intended to be a day trading type of investment like stocks are. So if you're using it for that reason, off the bat, you're going to be setting yourself up for very uh, low expectations, or expecting low because it's not a market that really is that volatile like stocks or cryptocurrency. It's more of a preservation of your wealth to transfer your money into something that holds its value and will continue its value over the next 20 years. It's a hedge against inflation. And that's as simple as I can put it. But a lot of times people come into this seeing YouTube videos or seeing articles with these price predictions that are saying that silver's going to be $300 by 2021. So they start to come into this market with very high expectations, with a very, very, very false representation of what these markets will do. And it's misleading. I do not want to mislead my audience. I do not want to give false information. So I'm going to bring my reality, my experience, and this is that markets are moving, and they will continue to move rather slowly than something that's going to explode and it's going to get rich. When I first came into this market, I was one of those people that kind of fell for that, like, man, I need to buy all of my silver right now. I need to buy it all right now because silver is about to explode next week, and I don't have that much silver yet, so I gotta buy it all. And I was rushed because I was so scared that I wasn't going to accumulate enough silver, because I just found out something that not many people know about, and it has to explode next week. Everyone's saying it's going to, and that can push away people. That can definitely turn off people to the markets, and it can be extremely dangerous when you have an audience that's listening to you. So I try to bring the realistic standpoint behind it. Now don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Silver does have a lot of potential to appreciate. I mean, it's extremely undervalued compared to the gold to silver ratio. Silver is extremely undervalued compared to gold is. And not only that, looking at the dollars collapsing, looking at silver's fundamental uses, that it's widely used in technology and we're going into the digital age, silver has a lot of potential. But the time frame that I think people are putting on it that's what's the problem. Because if silver is going to get to $100, which there's no doubt in my mind one day it will, it's just not going to be happening next year. It's probably going to take 5, 10, 15 years for that to happen. And many things, not only that, many things in the economy are going to have to be happening for that price to hit that goal as well. But right now, you really wouldn't want silver to do that right now. I mean, unless you already have an extremely large silver stack, then sure. But most people are starting out, or are still in the middle of their stacking journey. So why not capitalize on these lower prices and stack more silver for cheaper, lowering your dollar per cost average, building a foundation, so then when silver does jump up to that in 10, 15 years, then you are set. You won't have to worry about anything. That's really the way that I think people should be looking at it from. I can't tell you how to invest. All I can do is share what I think, my opinions. So that would be the ideal goal, right? I mean, buy it for cheaper right now. It's like a discount sale. If you see anything else for sale, you think it's a good, but why, when silver's on sale, people don't like it? It's because they are getting impatient, and impatience is a very dangerous thing in the world of precious metals. This can lead to panic selling. This can lead to impulse buying. This can lead to just very, very, very irrational decisions, whether it's trading gold for silver, silver for gold, or holding when you could be selling and making a profit. I mean, look at 2011. A lot of people could have made a lot of money A lot of money. Silver was $50. In the previous 20 years before that, it was around $6. So people buying it at $6 an ounce, now it's up to $50 an ounce. Do the math. They could have made a killing, a killing. But most people did not sell silver at $50. They were still buying it. And that is that irrational decision making with a idea pegged to wishing it's going to keep going higher, and that's greediness, that's ignorance, and that's just a lack of awareness of how these markets work, because these markets work a little differently than other markets, actually a lot different. Silver markets are based off of different things. It's more of a safe haven metal. People invest into silver and gold when things are going bad in the economy, when they don't trust banks, when they're scared of the dollar's deflation, stuff like that. Stock markets are more of the company side of it, and it's a quicker marginal trading thing. If the new iPhone comes out, that could affect Apple stocks. You know, Nike's, whatever, if LeBron signs to Nike, that could affect. It's all like that, but cryptocurrency, that's more speculation along the lines with precious metals, because they're both kind of going against the grain. Stock markets are pegged to a dollar, so if the dollar's deflating and you're investing into stocks, you're setting yourself up for a lose-lose situation, because even if you do make a lot of money from it, your money is still worthless. The dollar's worthless. The dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power, and it's going to continue to keep dropping. We're $24 trillion in debt, and that's not something that we can fix, especially overnight. And it's actually, we're too deep in the hole to fix it regardless. So, if you're investing into something that's already deemed to be failing, that's like trying to save a sinking ship with, I don't know, I was going to think of some type of metaphor on the spot, but you guys get the point. But the thing is that precious metals are slower, and most people are trying to compare them and put them in the same category as stocks. And you can't do that. If you do that, you're setting yourself up for unrealistic expectations. I'm curious, how long do you guys think you're going to be into silver? Are you in it for the long term or for the short term? Because there is people that are short term stackers or flippers, and they definitely can make some profits. I mean, just buy some pandas and sell them in a few years. It's that easy. You buy some pandas and kookaburras in bulk, sell them in a few years on eBay, bam. That's a quick couple $1,000s if you spend enough money. But the thing is that once again, you're selling it for money, but money is worthless. So the end goal is keeping your silver and gold, because that's where the money is. That's where the real value lies. And until people understand this, we're going to keep getting the same results. You're still going to be getting people building resentments towards precious metals, not thinking it's a great investment, because they're looking at it from a completely different script and a completely distorted perception along what these metals are used for and what their main purpose is used for. I mean, look at even when silver was our money, that was used for the intrinsic value of it. The intrinsic value of it. The metal content that's inside the silver coins, the walking liberties, the mercury dimes, the barber quarters. It was the metal content inside. That's where the value lied. That's why when you went to pay worth something that's 50 cents, you were giving them 50 cents of silver, and that's where the money was. But nowadays, our money doesn't have that, so you can see why it's so important to still hold on to something that has its value, especially in the world that we're heading into. So I'm curious where your time frame is. I hope you guys don't have these false expectations of these markets, and I'm curious if you guys, like, what do you guys think about this subject? You know, where is your thoughts on this? Do you guys think that silver should or could be a very short-term gaining asset, or is it used more for a long-term preservation? I'm really curious on where the majority of my audience lies. I know a lot of you guys, most of you guys are long haul stackers. I mean, a lot of people actually aren't planning on selling their silver at all. You're going to pass them down to your grandkids and kids and whatever. But, you know, if you are looking at it from an investment standpoint, because the end goal is financial freedom to some extent, what's the time frame? I really am curious. I definitely think within the next 7 to 15 years is that's when we're really going to see silver make its mark. It could be a lot shorter than that, given the circumstances in the economy of what's happening. The 2020 presidential election could be a huge motivator and just an influencer to silver's price. So I could be completely wrong. It could be shorter, but realistically, I'm not trying to mislead my audience and say yes, we're going to see $100 silver by tomorrow, because that will build people to have just worst case scenario. That's just going to mislead people and unattract them from the world of precious metals, which I definitely don't want to happen. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe for new, because I do post daily videos. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.